Today I'll be making oxygen gas. Oxygen is needed for life, of course, and it also aids combustion. It's pretty simple to make, and all we need is hydrogen peroxide. I'm using 3%, and we also need a catalyst. In this case, I'll be using potassium permanganate, but you can also use potassium iodide, sodium iodide, or manganese dioxide. I would like to point out that this is the same way we do the elephant toothpaste demonstration. However, instead of using dish soap to make it foam up, I will not be using that since I only want pure oxygen gas. So first off, I've got a 500 milliliter Erlenmeyer flask and a 100 milliliter beaker. Into the flask, I added a small amount of hydrogen peroxide. Into the beaker, I added about 50 milliliters of water, followed by a small amount of potassium permanganate. As you can see, it forms a nice pinkish purple solution. After I have my solution made, I go ahead and add the potassium permanganate solution to the hydrogen peroxide. As you can see, there's an almost immediate reaction where the potassium permanganate aids the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. Now, I'm only using 3% hydrogen peroxide, so there's not many bubbles of oxygen gas that form. However, if you were to use a higher concentration, say 18 or 25%, you could get a fair amount of oxygen gas from this. I'm not going to give an equation because all that's happening is the potassium permanganate is giving an electron to the hydrogen peroxide. This converts it into manganese dioxide and potassium hydroxide. The hydrogen peroxide, on the other hand, converts to oxygen gas and water. We can see the manganese dioxide forming as a brown solid that's suspended in the hydrogen peroxide and potassium permanganate mixture. As a final demonstration, I go ahead and light a splint on fire, blow it out, and then add it to the Erlenmeyer flask. As you can see, it doesn't really catch back on fire, however it does start to glow a little bit stronger. Next week, I plan on making a video about iodine, including making it and some of its chemical properties. Thanks for watching.